Greetings and salutations. It's your very own Swiftfire and Squeaky Sheep here today to say welcome and to introduce you to the Midland-based forums. Maybe you've never used forums before, or maybe it's been a while since you had to shuffle through BB code and subforums trying to find your favorite threads. Either way, today I'm going to be the guilty spark to your Master Chief. First things first, let's go ahead and open a browser. Little heads up, Engine has developed the site specifically for Firefox, so if you have it, then use it. However, it will work most of the time in Chrome, which is what I use. If you'd like to go ahead and download Firefox now, click the annotation in the top left corner or visit the supplied link in the video description. If you're using Internet Explorer, shame! Shame on you, viewer. Go ahead and download either Firefox or Chrome. I assure you, you will have a much better user experience. If you're viewing this, I'm assuming you already have created an Engine account, and that your group application has been approved by Midland-based admin. So alright, let's get down to business. So if you're not already logged in, go ahead and log in the upper right hand corner of the page. You'll need your email and your password. After that, click enter or click login. It'll take you back to this page. This page is the Midland-based wall. Similar to your own activity wall, but only website-wide activity is recorded here. The first two things you'll see are constant on almost every page. From left to right, you have the visitor globe, a list of group events, which is great because you can click on those, see who's hosting, maybe what's going to play. Beside them, you have the dates, and on the left, you have the time. On to the right of that, you have the hit counter. To the right of that, you have the Midland-based clock. All group events are scheduled under U.S. Central Time or GMT-6. Under that, you'll have our group logo here. It's the Shield and Valkyrie from Halo with the Destiny symbol overlaid over the top. On the left-hand side, you have the wall. Any new pictures to the website gallery, all the good stuff shows up here. New threads, new members, it's all there. Here's the games we support on the right-hand side. Halo 3, Halo Wars, Halo, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, Halo 4, and Destiny. Alright, down below that you'll see here our hosting is not free. If you've been for the group for a while and you feel like you really enjoy it and you want to help us out, feel free to donate to the hosting plan. That's totally voluntary, not required by any means. Just that shows up on this page as well as the forum homepage. Just so you know what it is. Here's our leaders. We have 3 admins. We've got our group founder, Dread. We've got our executive officer, Eclip, and we have Silent. We have leaders and forum guardians that all have different roles in our group. And then on the right-hand side, we have tweets. You'll see this a lot at the bottom of pages and things like that. We get tweets from Halo, Waypoint, Midland-based, Dread, Bungie, Destiny the game. We get all sorts of tweets here. So if you have some extra time and you want to read an article or check out a pic, just go through the tweets. They're pretty interesting. To the left of that, we have a summary of our members with their icons. Let's go ahead and go back up, and we'll go into the forums. So there's 2 ways to get there. You can either go here to Midland-based links and go to discussion forums, or you can simply go up to your browser address bar, type / and forum. Ta-da! Hit enter, and it will take you to the forum homepage. Here you'll see we have all sorts of follow us on Twitter and Facebook and G+, and tweet us, and all those little links are here for you. And then, of course, again, we have the events, the group events, and then on the far right-hand side, we have the member spotlight. Every week, leadership comes together to vote on a member who they feel has been doing an excellent job in either forums or the game nights. They choose somebody from each of these 3 groups: new members, established members, and sergeants. Then they vote on which winner from each of the categories will be placed in the member spotlight. The other 2 guys will be included in the next week's vote. You can disqualify yourself from the voting list by going MIA, getting temp ban, or obviously from leaving the group. Now, as an established member, I have different forum access than a new member. So there are a few things you see here that you will not see on your own forum homepage. As such, I will only focus on those which are most important. In my opinion, the single most important forum for a new member is the Help and Frequently Asked Questions forum. In this forum, you will see one sub-forum titled Ask the Group Leaders, and then under that you'll see global announcements. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Global announcements are threads that'll show up in every forum on the website. So these are like really urgent notices, or what's always going to be on there is the quick reference guide to Midland Base, which is the most important thread in my opinion. I have it bookmarked, and it would be my recommendation that you bookmark it too, because it's handy. Like I said, any urgent notices, anything that changes that everybody needs to know about, it's going to be in global announcements. And then below that, you have sticky threads. So these are important threads in this forum. Here you have the official I want my promotion award, yada yada. Here's where you have to post to get promoted from new member to vetted member. And to get promoted to vetted member, as you should know, you need 30 forum posts, you need a month of membership, and you need to have played with 2 leaders. And that's really easy to do if you just go to a game night. And it's, super fun to go to a game night. After that, we've got our silver account. This is really handy if you're not friends with everybody in the group. The silver account mostly is. So you can use the friends of friends feature to see the other people and see if they're online. We do have some other clans that are not allowed to interact with our members due to past activity, or if we've just had problems with them continually and continually. You can go here and see what those are. If you have questions about why they're blacklisted and you can't find anything about it on the forum, you can message me or message one of the leaders. And if you message me and I don't know the answer, I guarantee I can find somebody that knows the answer. There's the member spotlight. We already went over that. You can report forum violations. There's all sorts of stuff here. There's also the answer to who is Squeaky Sheep. Squeaky Sheep in Midland Base. Go there, read about it. It's all in good fun. You can also find here in this thread the Shield and Valkyrie, like I already told you, is pretty much our icon. It tells you, like, if you're not in Halo 4, if you're not of the rank yet to have the shield, the different backgrounds that you should have at different ranks, if you so choose. Totally optional. Most people do it, and it looks cool, and we all get online, we have the same icon. It's kind of neat. Below that, these are just updates and things like that. Other questions people have asked. All right, let's go back to the main forum page. Load. All right. And on the right-hand side, you'll see here this little polling area, which is pretty cool. Every now and then, Dread decides to update it, and we all get to vote on something. You can go through the past polls if you like. They're kind of cute. The next forum we'll go through is the Group Operations Forum. So there's 2 sub-forums here, the Member Suggestion Forum and the Group Operations Voting Booth. You can't vote unless you're vetted members. So hop on that game night train and get to that. You'll see the global announcements again. Sticky threads. So these are other important, they're not frequently asked questions, but they're other important information you need to know. For example, friend requests to leaders. Before you friend request the leader, send them a message and be like, hey, I'm the new person at Midland Base. So they're not just like, wow, this random person thinks I want to be their friend. Down below, you've got the weekly and weekend updates. Weekly updates go out on Friday, weekend updates go out on Monday. They're great, they're quick, they're funny. They're a great update to like what's going on in the group, what's going on at Bungie, what's going on at 343i. All that stuff's in there. And they're written by your very own leaders, so read them. They don't take that long, and sometimes they're funny, and just do it. Here you'll see like other things about like if the host for game night changes, or for some reason, I haven't seen it, but if it did change the time, that would go here, things like that. Also, every month Eclipse does an activity scan, which is to make sure you made your 8 posts that you need to not go MIA. These are great to check to make sure, maybe your friend went MIA and you're like, hey, did you know you didn't post eight posts this month? So read them. It's also good to keep updated with maybe like one of the new guys. They went MIA last month. They didn't make 8 posts this month, and now they're deleted from the group. It's good to know that so that you don't get that awkward game invite from them during group event game night, because we only allow members to be part of our game nights. So, then you have to decline them, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, it's friction. Just avoid conflict at all costs. Let's go back up and we'll go through the next one. Alright. So here you see our game forums. We have Destiny, Halo 4, Halo CE, Halo Reach, Halo 3, and Halo Wars. Wait, there's one more. Halo 5 and 6. If you've pre-ordered Destiny or you're gonna be playing Destiny, go to the Destiny forum. You'll find out who's gonna play it, who's gonna be at the beta, who's gonna be on what system, all that good stuff. Also, if you've pre-ordered Destiny and you haven't put in your redemption codes on Bungie, go here. We have all of them because the awesome people here at Midland Base, not me, found them on the internet and we've compiled them here in this forum. So that is a awesome resource to check out. Below that, the other like most active forum I would say would be Halo 4. We do have a weekly caption contest where we take member screenshots and we challenge everybody to caption them, and they are hilarious. Talk about co-op discussion. You can do Easter eggs. You can do uh, the runway, which is you post up a picture of your armor, and the next person tells you what they think of it. They post their own, all in good fun. The Halo 5 and 6, just discussions about the future of the game, things like that, obviously. The next most important one would be the social forums. This is pretty much where I spend most of my time. The member introduction forum, you should have already made your introduction, so you should be familiar with that. The Party Up forum, just a heads up. As a new member, you can't post a new thread, but you can post a reply to someone else's thread. The Squeaky Sheep, home of off-topic discussion, is basically where I live. So let's go there. And this is a great place for new members. You know, if you kind of feel intimidated about discussing Halo, maybe you don't feel like you have as much knowledge about it as the other members do, this is a great place to get to know everybody. Here you'll find games, you know, video threads and picture threads and the crazy thoughts of randomness thread and time to represent your childhood, which is where you post up like all your favorite childhood cartoons, which is fantastic. So go here, you know, if you want to get to know people, this is where you need to go. I spend a lot of time in the funny picture thread. You know, maybe you're playing Halo and it's just a bad day and your kill death ratio is like atrocious and you need a picker upper. The funny picture thread is great for that. I mean, it's 26 pages of funny pictures. Go through them, they're fantastic. Also, if you're looking for new music, we have the Kick Back and Listen to Music thread, which is a compilation of like all of us post videos off YouTube of the music we like. And if you're looking for something new and different, go there. It's fantastic. Let me tell you what, we have great taste in music. The Wish Corruption thread is a quick little game. It's probably the most popular game we have. And that's fun. Go and discover it for yourself. It'll give you something to do instead of sitting here and listening to me talk. So go through the rest of those. They're all good fun. Let's go back to the main forums. And we'll finish up the video. Alright. We do have a Griffball team. There's usually a spot open. If there's not a spot open, we have reserve spots. So, you know, if you enjoy Griffball and you'd like to play with people who aren't random and they don't betray you time and time again, go ahead and check out when our practices. They're on Friday. I'm not sure what time they're. You have to go into the team forum and look, and it'll be listed in there. Just a heads up, you can't post in the team forum unless you're part of the team. So you can look at all the information, but you won't be able to make any posts about it. The next thing you look at is Midland-based montage makers. This is where our wonderful members that have capture cards go to post their clips and the things they record, and it's cool. Go check it out. Next, you have the Hall of Shame. These are the people that are permabanned. If you have extra time and you want to kill some time, maybe you already went through the tweets and all that good stuff, and you already read all the rules and regulations, this is actually a pretty interesting thread. Like, as someone who's only been here for about 3 months, it's interesting to see what other people did, and, you know, it kind of makes you feel better about yourself because you're not that stupid. Okay, moving on. Under that, you'll have the stats, members, threads, posts, views. Newest member, X-Pac-Man, and right now I'm the only person online, so that I only show up there. You can change your preferences if you like. I didn't change them. They just kind of, I like them the way they came. So, an interesting thing to know, which I didn't know for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know. So things that you have not read, they show up in this like baby blue color here. Things that you have read show up in gray. And after you go through all the threads we just talked about, and I told you things you should check out, and check them all out, go to the Squeaky Sheep, post to the Squeaky Sheep. Um, After you do all that, and you know you've read everything that you wanted to read, and you're not interested in the rest of it, go ahead and scroll down and click on the Mark All Forms Read button. This way, when something gets posted that you are interested in, it shows up in a recognizable color, and you know, like, hey, I haven't read that yet. I should read that. I'm scrolling down some more. This is basically where I park this page all the time. This is a really easy way to see across the forums what's being posted, what threads are hot, what discussions are happening. So I just stick here, you know. If you're playing Halo and you want to be on the forums, just stick it here, and then every chance you get, just refresh the page. It'll come back, and you can see like who's online, who was recently online, what posts they made, real quick and easy. It's all right there, even though they're in different forums. If you scroll down some more, you can see our newest users here, and then you've seen this before. This is our members with their little thumbnails. There's 3 pages of those. There's an easier way to view our members, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Once again, you have your tweets. This is actually really cool on the left-hand side. So if you sign in a different tab, which I've already done, sign into your Microsoft account, and then you go back here and you reload the page, it'll show you your social. So it'll show you who's online, what friend requests are pending, who's offline, who's playing what game. This way you don't have to have another tab open. You just stick here. Like right now, I can tell you, these people are online. And that's cool, because I don't have to turn on my Xbox. I don't have to open another tab and sign in over there, and then, you know, every time you close it, you gotta re-sign in. You've already seen our tweets. You've seen all this stuff. That's our Griffball stuff. You should recognize all this. Down at the way bottom is our gallery. And, you know, if you're ever sitting at your computer and you're bored, park it here. It's great. Some of these are hilarious. This is basically just a slideshow of all of our group's pictures from the website gallery. Some of them are interesting, some are funny. We have some really good screenshot people in our group, and this is a great place to showcase that. So I'd say, you know, if you're bored or, you know, maybe you're sitting at Halo game night and your computer's in front of you doing nothing, put it here. Some of these pictures are hilarious. Oh, I love it. All right. So just a few things left, and then we're done. I know you're going, oh, this went on forever. I didn't think this was going to be this long. Well, we're almost done. Go ahead and click on the group member roster. I told you there was an easier way to view the group members. It is here. Here you can message people. You can see what their Xbox Live gamer tag is. So, and it'll give you a heads up like, here's Midland Bisexual, here's the executive officer, here's the admin hit. And then leaders, we have different ranks of leaders. You can learn about that later. Probationary leaders, specialty ranks, yada yada. All the way down at the bottom, we have our missing in action members. And basically, these are the members that last month didn't make 8 posts. So they get labeled as missing in action. You will know if you're missing in action, because guess what? It's here. And then also, you'll have a little ribbon that says MIA underneath your name. So, there's never an excuse to say, I didn't know I was missing in action. It's here. Also, if you see somebody here and you're friends with them, you know, send them a message and be like, hey, is everything okay? What have you been up to? So there's that. And then we can also take a look at the frequently asked questions page. So this is a handy dandy collection of articles. These are not threads. They're just like a blog post, sort of, listing, like, you know, information that you would probably have a frequently asked question for. Imagine that. Answers that frequently asked questions. Who knew? So the easiest thing to do here is just use the find feature in your browser and search what you're looking for. If you're looking for a really quick answer, go here. If you're looking for a more in-depth answer, go visit that wonderful thread that I spoke of earlier called the Quick Reference Guide to Midland Base. And you can just click here and it'll take you. So this is a collection of links to other threads that explain our history, our symbol, our founding, our, What is Squeaky Sheep? You should know what Squeaky Sheep is. You will be introduced to Squeaky Sheep on your first game night. Don't forget to ask. You can check out, we have fan mail. Yeah, we're cool. Prohibited conduct in Halo 4. We talked about the blacklist. You can also go here to get a quick jump to it. Ranks, awards, anything that you need to know. It's here. If you have a question, always check here first. If you don't find your answer here, you can message me or message the admin. Um, and last but not least, don't forget to visit Squeak Our Sheep page. This is Squeaky Sheep here. It's so beautiful. Okay. And when you squeak the picture, he makes a sound and it's adorable. And if you have dogs, squeak it. Squeak it repeatedly. They will go nuts. And it's great. It's just a little bit of payback for, when they wake you up at like 5 in the morning to go out. So that's the end of the tutorial. If you have any questions, like I said, never hesitate to message me or one of the leaders. We're very friendly people. We don't fight. We're not angry. So let us know, Go to Squeaky Sheep Forum and post up and get to know everybody. We're so glad to have you. We're glad you chose us for your Destiny Halo portal. And this is Swiftfire and Squeaky Sheep saying adios.